let's go and create a new file under general, and here we have our default scene. First, I'm going to press A to select everything, and with the X I will go and delete all of this. And now with N I'm going to turn on my screencast add-on, so here you will be able to see all the shortcuts that I'm going to use through this course. So next I will press number 1 and go in front orthographic view. So the first thing that we are going to do, we are going to import all the reference images that I got, and also you can get all this from the link of the description of this course. So with the Shift and A I will search for image, and here we have this reference. My folder with the reference images is here on desktop, and here I got these 5 images of these small toy planes. So first let's go with the number 1. I'm going to scale it up. With the G and X I will move this to the side. So let's go on the second one. I'm going to scale it up and move this to the side. Next one is third one, but this is the same as this one, so only the color is different. And maybe we can go and bring those two as well. So here I'm going to bring this 5th image. I'm going to scale this and move this on top. Let's go and move this a little bit on the sides like this. So here we will be able to see these reference images, and also, for example, you can go and play with these settings here under image settings. So if you want to disable this from being seen in perspective view, you can just check this box, and now if you move this in perspective view you will not be able to see it. I'm going to keep it as it is because I'm not going to model the plane in front of this reference image. So this is just going to be our reference image and not our plan, let's say it like that. So let's go and start modeling this body here. So as you can see, it's along here, and here we have this shape that we need to create. So first I'm going to bring a cube to our scene. So with Shift and A I will create a new cube, and also I want to add subdivision surface with number of subdivision 2, and also I want to shade this to smooth, so I can go and press right click and shade from flat to smooth. I'm going to go in edit mode by pressing tab, and here I will go and move this to the side, but be careful because we will need to turn on X-ray so we can select backside as well. So here I can go and press G and X to move this to the side, and also let's pull this one as well. So next I want to add edge loop by pressing Ctrl and R, and let's pull it all the way to about here. And now I'm going to go and add one more edge loop like this, and here I'm going to pull this with G and Z above like this, not that much, like so. So now we got this shape. So here, as you can see on our reference image, we need also to create this shape for seat. So here I'm going to go and add edge loop here and maybe edge loop here. So now I can go and select this face here, and with I I'm going to insert face, and now we can go and pull this all the way down like so, or actually we can go and extrude it down like this. Now I'm going to turn off our X-ray, and here I will go and add one more edge loop like this. But before that I want to scale this inside, this face inside, so I will go once again in X-ray mode, and now I will try to select this face inside, so I will need to scale this down. Now I'm going to turn off X-ray, and here let's go and increase number of samples here on our subdivision. So now we have smooth edges like this, and here I can go and select now this front part, and as you can see on our reference image we have this front part that is separated, as you can see here. So I can go and press E for extrude, right click to cancel any movement, S to scale, and E to extrude it in front like this. Now here you can go and add one edge loop here in the middle, and also you can go and add one more edge loop here like this. Next I'm going to go and create this small piece here, so I can go and press this, select this face here. Maybe I can go and scale this down a little bit, and with I I'm going to insert face here, and here I'm going to extrude this part, and I'm going to add one more edge loop here, and we created that piece. I'm going to move this slightly inside, and also I'm going to add one more supporting edge loop there. Now I will go in X-ray mode once again, and here I'm going to pull this a little bit on the back, and we created this body shape for our toy plane. Also, for example, you can go and add one more edge loop here and here if you want to make it more squarish, but I'm going to keep it as it is. I want to be rounded like this. So next, for example, here we can go and add edge loop, and for example we can go and select these parts here and also this one here, or actually all this, and with G and Z we can just move this slightly down, as you can see, and maybe we can go and select this edge loop here and scale this inside so we can hide it, and we have that seat for our plane. So next, for example, we can go and add one more edge loop here, and now here, for example, you can go and pull this slightly down like this, and also you can play as much as you want to get the correct shape. I think this one is going to be just fine for our plane. So let's go and see if everything is okay here. So maybe we can go and add one more edge loop here to support that, and everything seems fine. So next, as you can see here, we can see all these shapes that we need for our plane, and here we can go and create those wings. So wings we can create with a cube, so I will go and add another cube to our scene. Let's move this to the side, and here also we will need a subdivision surface with number of subdivision 2. Let's change shading to smooth. Now I'm going to go in edit mode. I will scale this on the Z, and now I will press 7. So now I can go and scale this on the Y, so I will press S and Y, and here with Control and there I'm going to add edge loop, and I will scroll my mouse wheel once so I can add one more edge loop here. So now we have those two, and I'm going to scale those on the Y, so I will press S and Y to scale it on the Y axis like this, and here we created our first wing, and now we need second one with this place here for head, as you can see. So I'm going to duplicate this one here. I can go in edit mode, and here I can go and add one more edge loop here like this, and now I can go and grab those here, those two edge loops, or actually we will need to go and add one more edge loop here and here. Now I can select this one and this one here, those edge loops here, and here I can go and press S and Y to scale it on the Y. Now I can go and add one more edge loop like this, and here I can go and pull this here, and we created that shape. Or actually we can go and add, instead of one, I'm going to add two edge loops here in the middle. So now I can go and get a more rounded shape than before, like this, and we created that space for character head. Also we can go and add maybe one more edge loop here and also here as well. So we have wings, and next we need to go and create those wheels and those back wings as well. So now I'm going to go and move this here to the side. Later on I'm going to connect all these parts to get the final shape for our toy plane. Now I'm going to model out this back part as well. So let's move our 3D cursor to the side and add a new cube with a Shift and A. Also immediately I want to have subdivision surface with number of subdivision 2. Let's change shading to smooth, and here I'm going to go and scale this on the Y, so I will press S and Y to make it thin, like this. Now I'm going to go in front orthographic view, and now I can go and select this part here and move it back with G and X, and now I'm going to go and add edge loops here and here on top, and here we created that piece that we needed. Also we will need one edge loop here in the middle, and now we can select everything and scale it a little bit more on the Y to make it thin. And here we have one wing that we needed, and now I can go and place it here and duplicate the rest. So also here we have this bottom part for our wheels, and actually we are going to use the same, so I'm going to duplicate, and now I will go and rotate this one on the x-axis for 180 degrees like this. Now I will rotate it on the Z as well, and here I will go and add one more edge loop here in the middle. And as you can see, we have this shape here that is a little bit here on the back. So I'm going to go and select all of these here vertices, and with S, X and 0 I'm going to align it to make it the same on the same value on the x-axis. So let's see, is it good enough? And as you can see here, I'm going to go and select this middle edge loop, and with G and Z I can pull this here, and also we can go and pull this a little bit here on the back. Let's go and add one more edge loop here, and now we can go and connect all these parts. But before that I want to go and separate this front part from the rest of the model, because I want to have the squarish look on the plane. So here I'm going to select this part here, and with P I'm going to separate this from the rest. So we have now this single piece here, and now I'm going to go and close this by pressing F. And also here I will go and add one more edge loop just to pull it like this. Now we can go and return this here where it should be, like this. And now I can select this piece here, and with Ctrl and there I can go and add edge loops here. So now we have this more squarish look. There is also one more thing that I want to go and fix, and that one is on the wing. So here I will go and add edge loop, and here as well. And now on 7 on top orthographic view I can select those here and pull this even further, and now I can go and place this a little bit here like this. So now we have more cleaner shape than we had before. So now we can go and start connecting those parts out. So here we have this wing here, and as you can see we will need to go and scale this back part as well on the y-axis. So I can go and select this piece here, and with S and Y we can go and scale this as well, also this one here. So let's go and turn off our X-ray. Let's pull this here. Now I'm going to duplicate this to the side. I'm going to rotate it on the x-axis for 90 degrees. So one more time like this. So this is going to be on this like this, or actually we'll need to rotate for 180 degrees. Let's go and see where it should. Okay, so I'm going to start from the beginning. So I'm going to duplicate it, cancel movement, R, Y and 90, and now R, X and 90 as well. So let's go and move this here to the side. So also here I'm going to rotate for 90 degrees for 180 degrees. Let's go RZ and 180, and now one more time on the X for 180. So now finally I got the perfect rotation, and now I'm going to place it where it should be. So let's go and pull this inside. I'm going to press 7 like this, and now I'm going to duplicate this, R, X and 180, and with G and Y I'm going to move this here to the side. Let's see if we got the correct shape. And here, as you can see, we can go and do a little bit adjustments here on the backs. So I can go in edit mode, add edge loop here and add edge loop here, and now I can go and align this on the Y. So I'll press S, Y and 0, but before that we need to go in X-ray mode. So here I'm going to press S, Y and 0, and also I will do the same here, S, Y and 0. So let's see if the shape is correct now. I'm going to just go and see it, or actually we needed to do the opposite, so I will go back, and now in top orthographic view, I will need to align those. But before that, don't forget to go in X-ray mode, so S, Y and 0. And here also S, Y and 0. And now we have more cleaner shape, and as you can see we are almost done with modeling. So now we only need to model out a few pieces and also to connect the rest of these to make our toy plane. So first let's go and pull wings where they should be, so to about here. So I'm going to press G and X to pull it here, and I will scale it up a little bit like this. And now I'm going to pull this one here. Actually I need to go and move this down, and this one can go a little bit up. Now let's pull them a little bit in the front. And now as you can see here, we need to create those cylinders as well. So first with the Shift and A, I'm going to create a cylinder to our scene, and let's make this one actually everything is fine, so I'm going just to change shading to smooth, and also I'm going to turn this auto smooth as well here under this data object properties. So now I will press 7 to go in top orthographic view, and now I'm going to place those where they should be. But before that I will need to scale this down. So this one is going to be just fine here, and as you can see we will need also to scale this on the Z. Let's make it a little bit like this. Let's pull this one here, and this one is going to be just fine. And now I can go in edit mode with Shift and D. I can duplicate this on the X-axis. Now I'm going to go and return origin point, return our 3D cursor in the middle of our grid with the Shift and C, and with the right click I'm going to set origin to 3D cursor. So now our origin point is going to be right here, and now I can go and apply mirror modifier, but this time instead of X I'm going to place it on the Y, and I want immediately to be applied like this. So now we have created also those cylinders as well, so let's see if they are good. And now I'm going just to go and place them a little bit like this, and maybe this one is going to be just fine. Actually it is. So now let's see what we also need to model out, and as you can see we need also to create those wheels, and here we need to add also this small stand as well. So first I'm going to select one of these cylinders with L, and I will duplicate it. Now I can press P and separate this one from selection. Now I can go and place it where our stand it should be, and also I want to change origin point like that. And here I can go and place this one here. So let's see how it should be. It's a very small one. So I'm going to scale this on the Z. Let's pull this inside. Now I can go and in X-ray mode I can select this part, E to extrude, right click to cancel any movement, S to scale, and E to extrude down like this. Now we have created our stand. Maybe it's a little bit too big, so I'm going to press to select A for selecting everything, and with Alt and S I'm going to do, actually we can just S, we don't need to do shrink scale there. So we have that part as well. So also here, for example, maybe we can go and adjust this just a little bit. So I'm going to pull this one here. And now let's go and focus on these wheels as well. So for the wheels I'm going to go and create a new cube. So with the Shift and A, let's go and bring cube to our scene. I'm going to go and also add subdivision surface with number of subdivision 2 like this. Now I'm going to go and change shading to smooth, and also I want to add immediately mirror modifier as well. So mirror modifier, where it is, and don't forget you need always to have mirror modifier on top of subdivision surface, and instead of X I'm going to mirror it on the Y axis. So now I can go and move this on the Y, and here I can go and start modeling those wheels as well. So here I can go and press S and Y to scale it on the Y axis like this, and here I can go and add one more edge loop here. Now I'm going to go and press I for inserting face here, E for extrude here. So let's go and press I once again, and now I can go and push this one inside like this, and here I can go and add edge loops like this. Let's go and add one more edge loop here in the middle, and also let's go a few times back. So here I'm going to press I for inserting small face here, and E for inserting inside. Let's go and add edge loops like this, and now we will need also edge loops here and one more here. Let's go and scale this down, and we have those small wheels. They look fine for now. So now I'm going to go and place them where they should be. So first let's go and select everything, and let's go in right orthographic view. So I'm going to go and place it where they should be. So to about here it's going to be just fine. So now in front orthographic view I'm going to place it under wings like this, and now we have this piece here that we need to connect with the rest. And also immediately I want to add also mirror modifier on this one here as well, but this time only on the Y. So let's go and separate it from each other. But before that, actually I'm going to return my origin point to the 3D cursor. So now I can go and place them properly. So I will go and I will need to go in front orthographic view, in left orthographic view in my case. So to about here is going to be fine. Let's go and see. So I will need to check the reference image. So let's go and see where so to about here actually they are entering in the wing. I'm going to place it like this, and now we need to move our wheels as well, like so. And now let's go and separate it from each other. I'll select it and move this like this, and now everything seems to be just fine. So let's go and pan around to see if everything is okay here. So maybe we can go and just return our origin point here, and maybe just scale this part a little bit down because I believe it's too big. And now we need to connect those wheels with one cylinder. So here I'm going to go and grab one of these cylinders. So I can press L, Shift and D to duplicate, P for separate it from rest of the mesh. Let's go and return our geometry to origin point, or actually we need to go do only for this one here. Now I'm going to press R, X and 90, and now in front orthographic view I'm going to place it where it should be. So to about here, let's go in left orthographic view. I'm going to scale this down, and now I will need to scale this on the Y like this. And here we have added also those wheels as well. So maybe we can go and just scale these wheels a little bit like this, and let's go and see if everything is okay. Now I'm going to go and scale this one as well a little bit, and now everything seems just to be fine. So now we can go and add this small character. So with Shift and A I'm going to add a new cube to our scene. Let's go and add also subdivision surface with number of subdivision 2. Now I'm going to go and pull this up, change shading to smooth, and I'm just going to add edge loop here. Now I will press 7 and let's place it where it should be. So I'm going to scale down like this, so maybe a little bit more. So now I'm going to go and add UV sphere, change shading to smooth, and this is going to be his head. And we created also that character as well. So the only thing is we need to find the good side. So also I'm going to scale it on the x-axis like this, and here we have also that character inside of our plane. So the last thing is going to be this front part, this propeller thing that we need to model out, and we are done with modeling our toy plane. For the propeller we are going to use Simple Cube. I'm going to go in edit mode, and here I will go and add edge loop here in the middle. Also I want to go in X-ray and immediately get rid of this half here, so I can go and select this face and delete all these vertices on that side. And as I already mentioned, I will use mirror modifier. This time instead of X I will use Y. And also now we need subdivision surface with number of subdivision 2. And now I'm going to change shading to smooth. And don't forget to have a mirror modifier on top. So now I'm going to move this in the front, so I will press G and X, and now I will go and scale this on the X-axis like this. And now I can go and start modeling out our propeller. So here let's go first in front of the plane, and here I will go and scale this to about here. Let's go in, and here I will press S. Okay, so this is correct. And now I will go in X-ray, so I can go and select immediately the other side as well. So now I will go and extrude it out. Let's scale this piece a little bit, and now let's also extrude it one more time. And also I want immediately to add subdivision, one more edge loop here in the middle. And now I want to align all of this, so I will press S, Y, S, X and 0, and also this one, the second on the back, so X, Y and 0. So let's go and return in the front, and here we are going to go and also turn on this X-ray, and here let's add one more edge loop here. I'm going to scale it on the Z, so I'll press S, Z. Now I can go and select this piece and scale this down and move this a little bit. So this is going to be on the Y like this, and now I'm going to scale this down. Let's move this one on the Y like this, and also here I will go and add one more edge loop. So now I can go and scale this as well, so I can press S, Z and scale this down. Now I'm going to do edge sliding by pressing twice G. I will do the same here on this one as well, edge sliding, and here as well, just a little bit. Okay, so we need just to select this one here and twice G to get the shape that we need. So here on our reference image you can see the shape how it should be, and we are almost done there. So maybe we can go and just scale the whole thing out. Don't forget to turn on clipping. So I'm going to scale this down, and also we need to move this one on the Y a little bit more. And now I can do edge sliding here, maybe scale this down on the Z, scale this up on the Z, and here I can go now and scale this one on the Z axis, and also this one here. So now I can select all of these and scale this. Let's move this one here closer like this, and maybe just this one a little bit more, and we have that shape that we needed. So now I'm going to go and press 7 to see if everything is correct, and now with the G and X I'm going to place it where it should be. So to about there is going to be just fine. I'm going to check if everything is okay here. So I'm going just to scale this on the X-axis to make it a little bit more thick. Let's go and pull this back a little bit like so, and here I'm going to go and add one more edge loop, and I will press SZ and scale this on the Z axis, and here maybe as well. Okay, so we don't need this one, but I'm going to do just edge sliding here, and maybe we can go and pull those here closer a little bit more, and now I can go and scale this one on the Z to make it more rounded shape. So now we are done with modeling our plane. As you can see, we have all details that we need, and